Well, the Santa Ana winds are kicking, leaving us nothing but clear skies over Dodger Stadium in L.A. Today, it's Game 2 of a 3-game weekend set between the Washington Nationals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Washington have lost their last 5 games. They'll attempt to break that streak right after this. Don Sutton, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Two and 1 the count to Trey Turner. Vero, Danny, this L.A. Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of this series.
And he wouldn't have made contact with that one with an or. It's 2-2. Shaping up to be a pretty nice day for baseball. 69 degrees here at first pitch. The 2-2. Fouled off. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
To the plate now, Josh Harrison. And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2. Just underway here in Southern California. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
At the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 22.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto. Guerrero leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back. The 2-1. This is on the ground over to first. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So no runs here, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Paulo Espino is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
You know, Matt, he's looking to bounce back for a little bit better of a performance than his last one. Pitched less than 5 innings in his last one, was able to come away with a no decision. I think he and his team are expecting a lot more in this one.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
And he got him.
Batting second.
Next for the Dodgers, Justin Turner is ready for his first at-bat of his early season contest. Bases are empty, one man out. Fouled away. Here's another 1-2. And it's fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery.
I got the count. 2-2.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
The 2-2. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a long at-bat has a positive dividend when all's said and done.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not all beauties in the box score. He's able to get that ball through the left side for a base hit. Way to grind it out.
At the plate, Jackie Robinson. Swing and a flare down the line. And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Well, that's an aggressive tactic by the manager right there. You don't see that often. Hit and run this early in the game. That's usually saved for mid to later when you're trying to score some runs. But obviously, they have major respect for this guy on the mound today.
Standing in now, Pee-wee Reese. Hit hard on the ground to short. And a base hit as the run will come in to score from third, and it's now a 1-0 lead for the Dodgers.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Stepping in now, Albert Pujols. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Center fielder on the run. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. Now a moment for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I'll keep an eye on the leadoff guy and see what he can do in this one. He's working on a 6-game hit streak right now. That's almost a week, so I expect to see his hot hitting continue.
Into the box, Mike Piazza. This is foul right side. Fouled off. Robinson over at second. Reese at first, 2 out in the inning. And he fouls this one off. Two and 2 to the Dodgers catcher.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
Two and 2. Here it is. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2 pitch. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And the runner is in from second. And he's safe. And the run will score all the way from first. It's a 3-0 game.
Sometimes you get off on the wrong foot, and it's hard to get back on the right one. That's the 4th hit he's given up here already in the early going. He's got to find a way to string some outs together, or he's going to be in some deep trouble.
So now to the plate, Schneider. Called strike, and that'll run it full.
Hey, after that extra base hit, things could go awry. He didn't. He battled right back in his zone with a nice executed pitch.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there, and if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Here's Mookie Betts, 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Bouncer to the left side. He's got it. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On to the second now at Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Nationals nothing. Leading off the inning, it'll be Gary Carter, and they could use a spark from him here.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
1-2, here it comes. Hit to first. Fielded cleanly. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Batting 6.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's take a look at outfielder Mookie Betts. You can make the argument he's the most dynamic player in our sport. Don't try and come inside with a fastball because it's getting turned around. But I don't think people realize how good he patrols the outfield. The ability to play all 3 positions with speed and a bazooka for an arm.
Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Is laid off, and the count runs full. Kyle Schwarber will be next. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And it's fouled away. Another payoff pitch. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks at bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
1 out, runner at first. And next it'll be the left-handed power threat Kyle Schwarber. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
To the plate now, Starlin Castro. Fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. In there, a base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Batting 9, the pitcher, number 30, Paolo Espino.
At the plate now, Paulo Espino.
That's ball 2.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Boy, he just threw that fastball by him.
Yeah, from a pitcher's perspective right here, you got to treat this guy like he's the 4-hole hitter. With runners in scoring position, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but you got to execute.
And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Nats leave a pair. They trail in this one 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Don Sutton. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Hit back up the middle. Turner loves it. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Now batting, the left
So
fielder,
here's how the Washington
Cody
Nationals are positioned defensively.
Bellinger.
And let's focus our attention on Josh Harrison. Basically your Swiss Army knife for a manager. The ability to play up the middle, premium positions, also both corners, and carries a nice bat to boot.
Standing in now, Cody Bellinger.
Oh, that's inside.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. Set, and the 2-1 pitch.
That's the ball.
Is taken, ball 3.
They know the threat this guy poses at the plate. I know it's a 3-1 in this situation right here, but I cannot believe for the life of me this pitcher is going to come anywhere near the middle of the zone.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Hit weakly back to the mound. And very quickly they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman, Justin Turner.
So 2 out, nobody on. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Justin Turner. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a liner. And Vlad won't catch up. It's a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Jackie Robinson. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitch his second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
In the dirt. In time, and he is nailed at second. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. We played 2 full. Dodgers lead this one 3-0. Matt Vasgersian back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and starting out the inning, the exciting speedster Trey Turner. The 1-1 home. Down the third baseline. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
And that's one of those plays that stay with you for an entire game. You want to get the first out on what appears to be a routine play, but you can't get it done. The good news, he has some time to redeem himself.
At the plate, Josh Harrison. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
There to look it in his bets, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder.
So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first, and Vlad Guerrero digs in at the plate. Turner, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in there. The 3-1 pitch is in there for the second strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Prior to the 3-2, we'll look to first. Back in standing. Runners on first with 1 down. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Juan Soto to the plate now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too. You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. The second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Nationals lead 1. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Let's send it down to the field in Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. Looking at the advanced data, our researchers found that about 9 of 10 swings are resulting in some sort of contact today, which is well above Major League average. The result has been a lot of balls in play, a lot of hits, and solid run production, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Bottom of the 3rd now, and stepping in will be the very fleet-footed Jackie Robinson. Popped him up. Castro is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop, Pee-wee Reese.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Pee-wee Reese. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip. The 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Albert Pujols is on deck. He's set, and the payoff pitch. high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Here's the center fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The first baseman, number 55, Albert Pujols.
Stepping in next, Albert Pujols. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
1-2 pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Grounded down the third baseline. And that finds its way through for a base hit. The throw into second. And he will make it up to second as he advances on the throwing miscue. My goodness.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
In now, Mike Piazza.
Swung on and belted. Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It's grand salami time.
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him. And with it, the Dodgers have opened it up to a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Into the box, Schneider. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We're through 3 here in Southern California, and the lead is now 5-0. New inning set to get underway, and up next will be the Hall of Famer catcher Gary Carter. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2.
1 strike.
All even now, 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
The first baseman, number 19.
So stepping in is Josh Bell. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Nationals. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
He's going to have to set his sights a little lower right there. That pitch was able to get by him. His swing was just a little under that one.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
The center field.
So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber. The 1-1. Is strike 2 swinging.
I got the count 1-2.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Two out, nobody on. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Ryan Harper answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from the starter.
Ryan Harper.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring up Mookie Betts. Now the 2-1. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. And there are the final numbers for the Washington starter. Not the day he was hoping for when he took the mound.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
1 out, nobody on. Dodgers pitcher trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate. And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Into the box now, Cody Bellinger. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Full count, 3-2.
5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. Fouled away. Payoff pitch one more time. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Digging in will be Justin Turner, singled in his last at-bat. Bellinger, the runner at first with 2 gone. A ball and 2 strikes now.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. 1 left for LA as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Now the 3-2 pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Next up, Ryan Harper. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. A sign now from Piazza, the 1-1. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. On to first, the double play.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
So now to the plate, Trey Turner. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again, and the inning is over. Nationals go quietly. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and in steps a man whose number 42 has been forever retired, Jackie Robinson. One and one, here it is. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. The 2-1 home. On the ground to third. And the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first down.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Pee-wee Reese.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Pee-wee Reese. Flew out last time up. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Hit hard towards center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Now a move over to first, and he's back easily. Reese, base runner at first with one out. At the plate now, Albert Pujols. Pitch outside. The throw is right on the money, as it usually is on a great throw by Carter. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Soft grounder left side. Throw on the bell at first, and the side is retired. Dodgers go down quietly, but they hold a 5-0 lead. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Josh Harrison. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first down. At the plate now is Vladimir Guerrero. A couple of walks for him thus far. Skied into straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 22.
Here now is Juan Soto. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 2-1. Struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Now to the plate, Mike Piazza. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat.
To show you how strong this guy is, he hit that last off-speed pitch over 400 feet, so the pitcher wasn't supplying most of the power there. This is a really strong hitter.
The 3-1 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Next to bat is the home run hitting legend Duke Schneider. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. The pitch. Loud contact there, but it's well foul.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at for ball 3. Mookie Betts will be next. The 3-2 pitch. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Drilled on the ground is short. Turner has it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Now batting.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
To the plate now, Mookie Betts. On the ground is short. This could be 2. There's Harrison for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. 7th inning ready to roll, and up next will be the Hall of Famer catcher Gary Carter. Drilled right back up the middle. Beautiful diving stop. It's in time. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard.
The first baseman, Josh Bell.
Standing in now, Josh Bell. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Bellinger's under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The center fielder, number 12, Kyle Schwarber.
Next to dig in, Kyle Schwarber. No hits to this point. A sign now from Piazza, the 1-1.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. Good command of the off-speed pitches. Very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Now here it comes. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Ronald Pena will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Victor Robles is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. And now in the box, Don Sutton. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now, as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Now batting.
One gone now in the LA 7th. And that brings up the former National League MVP, Cody Bellinger. 1 out, nobody on. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No, strike 2, says the third base umpire. And it's another K. So back-to-back strikeout victims to start this relief outing.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box, Justin Turner. And the slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, he's digging for second. And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Into the box now, Jackie Robinson, and he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And now Harrison will look this one in to retire the side. 2-out double left stranded. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Now this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Around first is Castro, heading for second now. And the Nationals get a man into scoring position. It's a leadoff double.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their 2nd hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
So now to the plate, Victor Robles.
2-1.
And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. 2-2. Castro leads off second with nobody out. Yanked on the ground down the line. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. And that runner crossing from second scores their first run. It's now a 5-1 game.
Obviously, as a pitcher, he wants to finish what he started. But when you have that pitch count north of 115 pitches, you have to be concerned about his health, and the wear and tear on his arm might have to take him out of this one really soon.
Now here's the Dodgers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. 7 solid innings for him in this one as he gave his club a very strong outing indeed. Corey Knebel will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Number 46, Corey Knebel.
In now, Trey Turner. 3-1 to the National shortstop.
1 strike.
Josh Harrison will be next. The 3-1 pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Josh Harrison stands in. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. To the right side and through, a base hit. Robles isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate, and he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run.
He's trying his hardest to help his guys get back in the game, but this time he had no shot. Applaud the hustle, but the decision was a costly one.
At the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
One-two pitch to Vlad. A knuckle curve there, and he thought he had him, but it's 2-2.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
2-2. Still even at 2-2. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And he takes ball 4 again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Now pitching for
so they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter.
Alexander.
At the plate, Juan Soto. Too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. 3 balls and a strike to the Nationals left fielder.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
The 3-1 pitch. Misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Wow, they went to the pen because they liked the matchup, and what does he do? He walks the first guy he faces to bring in a run, so much for that strategy. Makes you wonder if they'll turn to him again next time in this situation.
Next, it'll be Gary Carter, grounded out in his last at-bat. The 1-1 home. Hard hit ball to second. And a leaping effort there, but this is down into right center, a base hit. 1 run is scored, but not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Into the box, Josh Bell. Swinging a soft liner, but this is pulled in by the shortstop.
The pitcher, number 21, Ronald Pena.
Ryan Zimmerman will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 11, Ryan Zimmerman.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Can't do much with that one. It's 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there. Base hit. He'll come home with it. And he is out at the plate. They are denied a chance at tying the ball game here as the inning is over. Will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Will Harris.
Stepping in now, Pee Wee Reese. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. Now the Nats are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. And it's fouled away. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The next 1-2 pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I love these grinder at bats right here. Kind of a la Wade Boggs in the early 80s, where he would just foul off strikes that he didn't want to hit and wait for that pitch he was certainly sitting on and drive it off the monster.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Standing in now, Albert Pujols. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. Guerrero is right there as he takes it for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Into the box now, Mike Piazza. A little indecisive with that swing as he waves through it.
Hey, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team right here. Relief pitcher has come busting through the gates and done his job. Try and get this team back in the dugout where the offense can get rolling.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, this one bounces off the pitcher. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern, but from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. To the plate now, Schneider. Into the corner and slicing foul. Piazza is off of first with 2 away. Fouled off. Ready with another 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Dodgers lead 1. They lead it 5-4. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. And the call's been made, so coming on is the bespectacled closer, Eric Gagne. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Starlin Castro.
Looks like a tall order trying to tie or take the lead against this guy who leads the league in saves.
And the fastball misses high and away there. It's full 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit in the air down the left field line. Left fielder is on the move, and he makes the catch in the corner.
The center fielder, number 16, Victor Robles.
Number 88 will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 88. This change for the Dodgers. Now playing center field.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. And they'll come back with 1 in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now. Grounded to third. On to first, and now the Nationals are down to their final out here.
The batter, number 7, Trey Turner.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Trey Turner. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a one-run game, he doesn't want to walk it, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
3-1 pitch. And there's a called strike two, as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And they'll squeeze this one for the final out, and the Dodgers have claimed the fourth consecutive victory here as this ball game is over. A one-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The Dodgers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Don Sutton earns the win, his second. Paulo Espino worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. Eric Gagne earns the save out of the bullpen, his 5th of the year. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 5 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Nationals, 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, a sellout. 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending today's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.
cake boss. Fill up the